2 The Redline Productions proudly presents today's 2 The Redline review was made possible in part by
Hey YouTube. Well, today let's take a look at this fresh off the truck, brand new 2013 Ford Taurus. Now I know what you're thinking. I already have 2 Taurus videos on my old channel. The Taurus show that you saw, the white one, and then the Deep Impact Blue SEL V6. But this one's a different model. It actually has an Ecoboost badge on the back, but it's not the 3.5 liter twin turbo found on the SHO. It's the 2 liter turbo Ecoboost 4-cylinder engine. Ford has introduced that engine on the Explorer last year, and now they've finally put it in the Taurus, their largest sedan. This 2 liter turbo 4-cylinder, I mean, Ford's literally just going through their product lines, making this engine available. Now, in the Explorer, I found it to be a little underpowered if you're going to carry big loads, but let's see how it drives in this 2013 Taurus. The Taurus, despite how big it is, now remember, this is a huge car. The Taurus is their full-size car. I've been hearing that the 4-cylinder actually works pretty well in this car because it does weigh a good 500 pounds less than the Explorer. So we'll definitely show you guys how this car drives. I love the styling updates for 2013. You can see the new front end, the new grille, new rims, new taillights. The interior has been updated with the My Ford Touch, new instrument panel. This particular one is tuxedo black, obviously, as you can see. Nice LED running lights in the front, in the corner, and the lower bumpers right there. No fog lights though. Nice 18-inch wheels. See, coming to the sticker price right here, $33,880 is your price tag. This one is an SEL front-wheel drive, 2-liter EcoBoost. 201A is the option group that this one comes with, so it gives you your sync, your backup sensors. And then this one, in terms of other options, just has the EcoBoost and the moonroof option, as well as leather. So it's a pretty good value at $33,880. Now you have to remember what this car competes with. It competes with the Hyundai Azera, the Toyota Avalon, Chrysler 300, whatnot, but it's a fairly nice looking car, and it's even though the full-size market is starting to get smaller and smaller and smaller, at $22,32 for the MPG, this one's a really good, really strong performer for MPG figures. Coming to the interior, this one does have your black leather interior. It just reeks of that new car smell. I love that new car smell. It sounds good to me. You can see here's the updated instrument panel with the My Ford Touch. No smart key access system, that's reserved for the limited, so let's see the My Ford Touch start up. New electronic gauges. You can barely hear that it's a 4-cylinder, but it's very quiet engine. The windows are automatic up, down for the driver only. I'm a little disappointed that it's not for the passengers or all 4 windows. This is a Taurus. You can see there's the new My Ford Touch system. It's pretty quick. I mean, this one's fresh off the truck, so this one's the most updated system. The rest of the interior it's still standard Taurus stuff. You got soft touch materials right here on the dashboard. You have this twin cowl design, which looks pretty nice. Soft touch materials throughout. The steering wheel is leather wrapped. No paddle shifters on this model, though, like the SHO had. And it still has, but the nice thing about it though, is it still has a 6-speed automatic with a sport mode. And then you have your little thumb selector switch. You can hear there it has the backup sensors, but no backup camera. You will have to get another option package to get a backup camera. What I love about the Taurus is how it's soft touch right here. It's padded and then it's kind of like leatherish right here. It's soft touch down here as well, where your knees are going to hit. So it's a very nice detail that they did. All these nice compartments hide everything, and you can see 3 cup holders in here. And you can see there a little nice storage behind the shifter. This one doesn't have because it's an SEL, it doesn't have the piano black plastic trim but it does have your touch sensitive buttons, which I'm not sure how I feel about it, but I'm sure you get used to it. Center console here is on the small side a little bit, but your USB and your SD card drive and video jacks are in there. Glove box is damped, and it's a little bit on the small side, but it's nice and covered in felt. It's very nice. The door panels are all soft touch plastic right here, so they didn't skimp there. Silver painted plastic right here, and it is soft touch right here that is leather stitched. Rubbery texture right there. It's just hard plastic down here. So in terms of the interior, the Taurus definitely does not disappoint. Now coming to the back seat, the Taurus is a full-size sedan, so you expect the back seat to be large, and it's okay. It's much better than the old Chevy Impala, but Shutting the door makes a nice sound. It is soft touch plastic right here, so the materials do follow through. Nice chrome lip on the window switches, so everything in here is pretty nice. You have an armrest right here, and they made it soft touch here where your elbow is going to hit, so that was very nice of them. Floor isn't flat. You can see the center tunnel here, but in terms of backseat space, the Taurus isn't bad. Now the trunk on the Taurus is where it really shines. It's a huge trunk, over 20 cubic feet of cargo space, and it's one of the largest in the class. So if you're looking for a full-size sedan with the biggest trunk, you're looking at it right here. The Taurus is definitely the one. And here is Ford's 2-liter turbocharged direct injection Ecoboost 4-cylinder engine. In the Taurus, it makes 240 horsepower and 270 pound-feet of torque. I'm very excited because this is the engine that's essentially going to be powering the Ford Focus ST. I'm really considering buying that car for myself. You can hear the direct injection ticking away. Nice little engine cover on. You can see the turbo back here. Actually, I believe the turbo's in the front. No, the turbo's back here. Little exhaust manifold right there and whatnot. But it's ticking away, and let's see how many. The 4-cylinder actually makes more torque than the V6, although the V6 does make more horsepower. So we'll see how this car drives with the 2-liter Ecoboost 4. Alright, so for those of you who are in the market for a full-size sedan, let's take a look at how this 2-liter Ecoboost Taurus drives, shall we? Now, the Taurus for me has always been a really nice driving vehicle. When Ford redesigned it in 2010, they made the vehicle a lot better looking, that's for sure. And, you know, for such a big vehicle, it actually doesn't feel as big. The one thing I'm noticing immediately is just how light the front end of this car feels compared to the 6-cylinders. I mean, because of course it's a 4-cylinder, so there's less weight on the front end instantly. The car's just very playful. The steering actually gives you nice, precise control over the vehicle. It's a little numb, of course. A little bit soft initially was what I'm noticing, but you do feel that 270 pound-feet of torque the 4-cylinder offers you. But as usual, as a 4-cylinder, you still have to rev it to get it to go, but the engine's actually surprisingly quiet. But what I'm loving the most is the steering is pretty direct. I mean, it kind of changes directions easily when you turn the wheel, especially for such a big vehicle. That's the one thing about the Taurus. It's a huge vehicle, but the 4-cylinder makes it feel small. And in terms of acceleration, there is a little bit of a manual mode here. It does pull decently well. You know, I'm very curious to see how this car is with the... I mean, I drove it briefly in the Focus ST, but with a manual, this thing would be really impressive. But the one thing I am liking, though, is the 4-cylinder Ecoboost actually works pretty well in the Taurus. It's a little underpowered in the Explorer, just because I have a lead foot, but it actually, in the Taurus, is not bad. So if you guys are in the market for a full-size family sedan, and you're looking for the best gas miles, the Taurus Ecoboost 4-cylinder is definitely the only one, or the one to get. So thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day.
Yeah, here's some legal stuff for you. The views and opinions expressed in the following video may not necessarily reflect those of the title-holding automotive dealer or the entity they represent. All videos are filmed with permission by a professional driver on a set course with the collaboration and assistance of local law enforcement authorities. Do not attempt. Logos and brandings of vehicle manufacturers, dealerships, and online social media sites are the sole property of their respective representation used with permission. The The Redline logo, soundtrack, and web resources, as well as all other associated media, are copyrighted intellectual property of The Redline LLC. All rights reserved.